Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You like that baritone? Gentlemen, I should be on the radio. Alright. A couple of little updates for my regular listeners. But first, as I've just been to the shops, I'm going to review a flavoured milk. What we've got here is the, I don't know if you can see it, this is a Farmers Union iced coffee. It's a little bit of a niche milk. It's a nice milk. I have had this one before. And I'll tell you how it compares to the stock standard Big M iced coffee. Right, let's have a taste. Nice. Not as sugary, which I like. I don't like overly sugared flavoured milk. So, pretty sure these are only available in Australia and only available in Victoria, Australia, I believe. So, if you're ever down this way, get yourself one of these. They're good. Now, fuck, have I had a big week. Last Friday, I tossed from my back to my side on the bed, and I heard this little bit of a crunch up the left side of my neck. And then I all of a sudden woke up and I couldn't, I basically had no equilibrium. I couldn't stand up straight, I couldn't see straight, couldn't focus. And whenever I stood up, I just kind of fell in one direction. And so I sat myself down, willed myself out of it. You know, come on, you can do it. Come on, bloody focus, think straight. Come on, do it, get better. So that happened, and then nothing else happened that day. But unfortunately, the next day I woke up with the same thing. I don't know whether it's related to the neck or not, but anyway, the next day I woke up with the same thing, just kind of woke up and just felt like I was about to pass out, sat up and kind of went away a bit, and then every 5 minutes it had kind of happened again. So for the rest of the day I kind of just chilled, didn't do nothing, and then on the next day it just really wouldn't go away. I just thought if I rested it'd go away, but it didn't. And so the next day I ended up calling an ambulance service. They came over and told them all my symptoms, and they basically diagnosed me with what they call vertigo. So I've got vertigo now, which is what it is it's like a middle ear problem. It's like deep into the ear, and there's a little place, I don't know what it's called, but there's a little sack full of crystals and fluid and things that lets you know your equilibrium in the world, that lets you know whether you're up, down, left, right, like basically where you are in space, your orientation. And when that goes out of whack for whatever reason, it can lose fluid, it can have an infection, which I don't know what I've got yet because I'm going to the doctors in a couple of days. So that's the week I've been having, is really doing nothing. It's the first video I've kind of really felt like making. I was going to make one earlier, but I was just too panicked and scared, thinking I've had a stroke, I was going to die, I've got a tumour, I've got fucking something. But apparently it's vertigo. I got some medication last Sunday for it. I think they call it Stemetil or something like that, and it seems to be working. I might only have one or two little episodes that last 5 seconds a day, but still it's something I have to fix. I know it is a fixable thing. You can do like certain physios and physio exercises and things like that to fix it. But yeah, today's like the only day I've kind of felt comfortable and safe driving. So that's really been my week. That's now you're all caught up health-wise with what's been going on. Now let me know in the comments if you ever had vertigo, and like it's not fucking fun. If you haven't had it, trust me, it's not fun. And if you have had it, then you'll know exactly how unfun it is. Very, very fucking scary thing to happen. Very fucking scary. Oh, what just happened in the shops? That's right. I've seen I was walking up an aisle just in the supermarket here, and this is one that's going to make that Chadlet Maxing guy jealous. So he won't know because he's not subscribed or anything. There was a nice decent looking blonde girl, a bit masculine for me, like definitely like the Viking genes. She would have been about 6'3". Just locked eyes with her. I was just thinking, fuck, you're tall, and I got a little bit of a choosing signal. Not much, just a little bit of a smile and a nod. But she smiled with her eyes as well. It wasn't just a get out of here type smile. Just a little bit of a friendly smile. Doesn't mean she's interested in me romantically, but given the fact that I am quite a bigger guy, 6'1", at the moment I'm sitting at about 140 kilos, so with a bit overweight. But I wouldn't say I'm a muscular build anymore. I'm more of a powerful build. I've still got that powerful look. I don't look like a big fat slob for the weight I am. So she's probably looking at me thinking, this is just my fantasy world working. She's probably looking at me thinking, oh geez, he'd be able to throw me around. I guess because a lot of other guys, she was with a guy and a couple of friends. This guy was a bit of a manlet, probably 5'4", 5'6". I don't think they were together. He was definitely keen on her. He was being really gestury and, you can just tell he was orbiting. I'd say they all go to a university that's near me. Didn't really hear her speak. I don't even know if she was foreign or not, but I wasn't enough of a choosing signal for me to start talking, put it that way. But it was just, every now and again, it's just nice, just when you lock eyes with a lady, just to get a bit of a smile. Then I seen her again at the self-checkout, and then she kind of looked over again and looked away when I caught her eye. Maybe she did like the look of me. Hey, look, it happens. Look, when you're around about the 4 to 5 range where I am, I know I'm a bald bastard, otherwise I'd probably be a solid 5, but as I said, there are a lot of women out there. Not a lot, but there's that percentage of women out there that do like the bald head. Around about 2%. So maybe I was her niche, I don't know, but I'm not going to think about it too. If I see her again, I might see what happens, but I'm not holding my breath. Look, I've nearly next to given up on finding someone, so it was just nice to have someone to have a girl notice me, that's all. I highly doubt that it's going to go anywhere, extremely highly doubt. For one, I'm 43 and she would have been about 24, 25, so yeah. Who knows? She might have just been in a friendly mood, who fucking knows? It's a nice milk. Alright, I'll start the trip home while I keep recording. So what else I wanted to talk about? Not in great detail because every man and his dog's covered it, but there was a I'll let you go first. Shits me when you're backing out at the same time with another car. You're always looking over, you go, no, you go, no, you go, no, you go. And everyone's afraid to go in case they hit the other car. There you go. If you heard that, that was my reversing camera. Yeah, there was a little bit of a, on the 10th of this month, there was an unaliving of a person, of Mr. Kirk. You've all probably heard about it. Now, I've only ever seen him around in the odd clip, so-and-so destroys, woke people or etc, etc. Never a fan or anything. I'll probably agree with maybe 50-60% of what he talks about from what I've seen. But I don't want to talk about all that kind of politics stuff. But what I will talk about is how the far left and extreme left are celebrating the unaliving. I think that's absolutely fucking pathetic. I mean, I'm not left. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not right either. I'm more so centre. You could probably say centre to centre right. So I'm definitely not as right as he was. But one thing you'll never see is like, except for the far right neo. I can't say the word neo-N. Neo-Yahtzee. There's a word that rhymes with Yahtzee. There's neo-Yahtzees out there that might celebrate the death of I should say the unaliving of a leftist, but apart from that minute minority, most people would never celebrate it, me included. Like, there's some like vile womanist, man-hating womanists that hate men, hate kids, and patriarchy, this and that, absolutely hate men and wish the worst upon us. They've even said things like, oh yeah, if all men died, the world would be a better place, etc. If one of them got unalived at a meeting, event, or a rally, I'd honestly feel sorry for them. Even though I disagreed with everything they said, I don't care. You don't carry on like that when someone gets unalived. You don't go, oh, couldn't have happened to a nicer person. You don't carry on. Pull over for a second. I think a car wants past. Yeah, you don't carry on and say, oh, the world's a better place now. And you don't basically cheer and celebrate like hundreds of different little compilations of TikToks and YouTube things are going on about. It's absolutely disgusting. Even like, just for I joined this for maybe future content if I do go into this kind of area. But on Facebook, there's like a feminists unite page or something. It's a womanist page, and some of these things have got like over 100,000 likes and comments and that on them about Kirk's unaliving, and pretty much all of them are cheering, and it's let's rejoice, let's celebrate. He's gone, the world will be a better place. He's teaching kids, teaching misogyny, and his poor wife's under mind control and all this stuff. And now that she's taken over for him, they're all saying, oh, she must have been brainwashed by him. And it's just absolute bullshit. And the odd person that is saying, hey, hang on here, the guy's just been unalived, in front of his wife and kids. Let's, have some respect. They just get lambasted. They just get piled up upon. It really is sick, vile and disgusting. What I wouldn't even call it the far left, just what the left in general, a good majority of them are thinking and saying about this whole thing. Now, to look at it would be different if he was a Yahtzee, if he was a famous Yahtzee Austrian painter in the early to mid 1900s that actually had unalived a lot of people. If he got unalived, this Austrian painter that we all know I'm talking about, if he got unalived, yeah, celebrate and rejoice, because this person had actually unalived a lot of people. But Mr. Kirk hadn't unalived anyone, not that I'm aware of anyway. All he did was have opinions that you don't agree with. And if someone has opinions I don't agree with, I'm more than happy for them to have them. I don't have to agree with them. They don't have to agree with me. But any celebrating about unaliving is just not on. I just couldn't believe it. Like, there's no reason to celebrate just because you don't agree with someone else's morals and values. You just don't do that. It's just pathetic. Absolutely scumbag pathetic. So, as I said, I don't particularly agree with a lot of the stuff he says. Some of it, maybe a bit over 50% from what I've seen of him. But even if I met someone that I agreed with 0%, as long as they weren't a harmful if they went around unaliving and hurting people, yeah, then I'd say, okay, yeah, good riddance, bad rubbish. But if someone was just saying, oh yeah, just coming to mate me, and we'll have fair debates. Oh, I'm not going to cut you off and checkmate you all the time. I'll listen to you, and I'll let you talk. Someone like that, it should never have happened to, and it should not be cheered and celebrated in any way, shape or form. So that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I will be making some more informative videos. I still got that niche maxing video. I've got all the stuff ready to make that. I don't know when. I might make that later tonight. I'll just see how I feel. Right now I'm just recovering, to tell you the truth. I'm not prioritising any kind of videos and stuff. I've just been chilling, relaxing, playing a little bit of acoustic guitar, a little bit of fingerstyle guitar, trying to learn some new songs. And the new songs are getting the better of me at the moment. They're quite intricate. I'm playing chords. I've got to get used to different weird finger positions, because I'm not only playing the notes in the chord, I'm trying to play the lyrical melody. So instead of singing the melody as you just strum the chords, I'm actually playing that while I'm playing the rhythm as well, which is quite difficult. And as well as that, I'm actually tapping a little bit with my thumb, tapping a bit of percussion as I'm doing it. Might make a little bit of a video about the guitar playing a bit later on, I don't know. But that's all I've been doing. Nothing too exciting, just a bit of health problems, which as you enter your mid-40s like I am, that's when, if you're prone to getting something. I've always said that this is a decade when you're first going to realise what you're going to be dealing with for the rest of your life when you're in your 40s. I had the blood clot, had that embolism in the lungs, so I'm on blood thinners for life now because of that. So I'm glad it happened now when I'm 40 and not when I'm 60. You kind of want these things to happen a bit younger, so your body's still strong enough to deal with it. Yeah, I'll keep yous on while sorry, it'll get a little bit dark if you're actually watching this. I think a lot of my people actually listen to the content rather than watch it, which is what I do with other people's content too. Especially if it's just a guy standing in front of a camera or sitting like behind a little fancy screen or anything that's not actually like showing you anything. It doesn't have a PowerPoint or a little slideshow or anything. I'll just kind of lie down on bed or sit down on a chair and listen. And I'll try to keep this on just while I get out of the car. See if I can find my little cat to bring him in. Where are you, buddy? Hey, where are you? Nope, I can't see him. Oh, here he is. I just heard him. G'day. You ready for some food? Huh? Yeah, you'd be ready for some food. Huh? Come on, jump up. I'm going to take you in. Yeah, you ready for food? See if you can get a look at him. Hey, roll. Come on, buddy. We got to get you in. Stop the other one from getting out. Hey? And now you're purring. Put the phone in my pocket. So yeah, the whole world's been caught up in this thing. Here's the other one you'll be wanting to get out. Well, there's one in. It's a bloody nightmare. One gets in, one wants out, one wants out, one gets in. Yeah. I kind of really hope there's no retaliation on the right's part for the left, I don't want them to go and take out one of their prominent speakers two wrongs don't make a right, and it's just not the right thing to do. People are allowed to have different opinions. If you believe in free speech, you have to let other people have their opinions, like it or lump it. Hey, you're in for the night. Oh, wow. Into a nice cosy house. Yes, here in Australia it is still freezing at night. The days are lovely, but the nights can still get down to like, even down as low as 2 degrees Celsius. Which I have no idea what it is in Fahrenheit. I do have the conversion formula somewhere, but I could not be fucked using it. But I'll tell you who can tell me is one of my subs, Leslie, who is a mathematician teacher. I'm just going to take a random guess here. I think 2 degrees Celsius is about 38 degrees Fahrenheit. 38. That's just a guess. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me, do I pass or not? But, yeah, I'll try to sit you here for a little bit. Look at the roof. And here we go. So you don't look too fat, don't look too bad. Still should have the legs going. Not too bad for a fat prick. The underneath, so I've got a powerful build. I just got to lose weight. I know I've definitely got to lose weight. So looks max. That's my number one thing, and it should be yours too. That's the best soft looks maxing technique you can ever do. Is drop the weight. Now I'll give you a treat here. A little bit of a. That's where it's hard bit I'm learning. See if you know that song. So there's a lot of mucking around you got to do. It's a very difficult song. Here's one that I wonder if Master Yoda knows this one. You know that one, Master Yoda. That's enough guitar for now. I think my fingers are killing me. I've been practicing for about 3 days straight, and before that I haven't played for a good few weeks. So I'm getting the indentations. You probably can't see them too well. Yeah, a little bit there. Yeah, that Cause Runaway song is just to play the actual melody. I've got to kind of get this finger behind this one without moving this back. It's not a guitar tutorial, but it's a very hard kind of song. That's the other one, Hit the Road Jack. That's another one I'm kind of learning. It's a hard song. So you've got to go from that weird chord to a like a minor 6 dominant, minor dominant 6 or something. And then do that little tap too. And the cats are causing grief. Anyway, enough guitar. Doesn't sound like I'm that flash because it's actually 2 new songs that I'm learning. I can actually play quite a bit better than that, but let's go back to the darkness. So yeah, I'll get some more informative videos. I'm going to do a few more PUA roastings dating fuckwit. They've upgraded from dating roaches to dating fuckwits because I hate them so much now. Because absolutely, how does any of that stuff work? How can they with a straight face tell you that if you go and do this and go and do that, what did it go? I think I saved it. What was it going to react to? Alex playing with himself or playing with fire. He's got this. It wasn't a video. It was a post saying how to initiate attraction. No, you can't go out. Have a look at this little one, a little girl cat. Hey, I don't know if they can see you. Hello, say hello. These are my little babies here, fur babies. I know that's a woman's term, but come on, guys. I'll get you some food in a minute after I'm done making the video. Come on. Yeah, you've been good today, huh? Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. This guitar here is a nice one, a Maton. There's a really good Australian guitar, a Maton. Picked this up at a pawn shop about 10 years ago for $300. They're worth about 2,000. The guy, luckily for me, the guy didn't know what they're worth. And then again, some junkie might have just pawned it in for $50 for his next hit. It's normally what happens. It could have been stolen. Who cares? Who knows? Who cares? But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Give you a health update. Just have a little bit of a chat. You know, this is a bit like therapy for me. This kind of thing. So I just hope you guys get a little bit of value. I know some people just want to put on a little bit of a podcasty video and just do your own thing and listen to someone talk. So thanks for putting up with my very mediocre guitar playing. Once I get them songs done, I'll put them up as separate little shorts. But I've really been only about 2 weeks I've been learning them songs and playing, just strumming the chords and playing a couple of riffs here and there are easy. I've been doing that for years. I've been in bands and stuff before, so. But actually learning that fingerstyle, it's basically the hardest form of the guitar. Instead of just using a pick and playing, you know, you can do one motion with a pick, but I can do 5 different things with my hand. I know that kind of sounds a little bit creepy and sexual. Yeah, when you're finger picking on the guitar, you can it really does open the box to what you can actually play, and you can play some really, really good sounding stuff too. So, and it's a great cope. It's that's my main cope at the moment. Struggling to get back into video games. I love my video games, but I'm just struggling to really get motivation to play them. that's basically it. I'll probably leave this one here at about the 30-minute mark. I played a bit of guitar, I've waffled on, I've caught everybody up on what's going on. So yeah, the whole Vertigo thing, everything's kind of up in the air until I get some tests to work out exactly what's caused it and then work on curing it. But until then, these pills are letting me get by and live life. But I can't be reliant on them. I've actually got to fix the cause, not just mask the problem. So if I do feel up to it tonight, I will make that. If not tonight, within the next couple of days from this recording, I'll make that niche maxing video. And the most important thing about niche maxing, you have to have a decent bass to do it, which means you have to be minimum 4 out of 10. I'm not going to preach that some magical pill. It's not a magic pill, a magic bullet. It's not fairy dust. It's going to make any man, if you take on a niche, that you're going to be getting Stacey's or Becky's or nothing like that. You still do have to pass the basic looks test. But what it will do is, if you're, say, a 4 or 5 out of 10, if you're a particular niche, it will, to that woman, it'll give you another point. Maximum 2 points, but that's dreamland, really. It will give you another point. So if you're at least a 5 and you niche max, you're a 6, you will have a successful dating life with a bit of effort. 6s still have to put in effort. It's not as effortless as being a 7 or an 8, but 5s have to put in a lot of effort. 4s have to get lucky, like nearly lottery ticket odds lucky. 3s and below, I'm sorry, but it's over. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here to tell you, I'm just like that scene in the Aussie movie called The Castle. I'm just here to pass on a message. And that message is, it's over. All right. Well, as usual, like and subscribe on all that other bullshit that every YouTube and his dog creator says. I don't really care if you do or don't. This channel's never going to be a huge channel. I just want to, for the people that do listen, I do respect and appreciate it. And I make these videos for you guys and for me as well, because I just like to talk. I've got no one else to talk to, so I may as well talk to you guys. So leave any thoughts in the comments that you've got. If you've had Vertigo, if you like playing the guitar, what songs do you like? What are you learning on, and what are you playing? And yeah, I mainly play the acoustic. I do have an electric, but I don't really bother with it anymore. I just like the acoustic. And I'm playing on my backup acoustic, which is just a Cort, which you heard me playing a Cort acoustic guitar, C-O-R-T. As my mate needs some. It's fairly old and it needs a service. So I've got to find what we call a luthier to actually take the fretboard off and give it a proper servicing. So until next time, people, please take care of yourself and your loved ones. And look, you just don't know when the next curveball life's going to throw you is going to happen. Like, I didn't expect to get this vertigo and be frightened the fucking life out of me whether I'm going to die or not, or having a stroke or what, or got a tumour or the aneurysm or something. So, don't take your days for granted. You never know when it's going to be your last one. So, live life to the fullest and cope to the fullest. Anyway, till next time, thanks for listening.